What is going on, guys? It's Everett with Redux Movement. So in this video, we're going to start another new series based on working out in your house for obvious reasons. So this is going to be no equipment or very little equipment. If you do need to use some equipment in one of these workouts, I'm going to provide either a regression or another option in case you don't have that piece of equipment or you just don't want to go out and buy it. Now, I just started another program called the Push-Up Protocol about improving your push-ups. It's not just a push-up challenge, it is actually training for push-ups. I'll throw a card up here in the top of the video. Now, if you're doing that program and these workouts, keep in mind you don't want to do too much volume. So some of these workouts will have some push-ups in them. Just go ahead and skip that workout in this series so you don't mess up the Push-Up Protocol program. On top of that, I'm going to be posting up 2 workouts per week. So if you're a beginner, that might be enough for you to get you on board with fitness for a couple weeks. If you're more advanced, maybe you work out 4 to 5 days a week right now, check out my website. I have 2 brand new programs. One's an 8-week program for your abs and core, 3 workouts a week, and then another is a bodyweight home workout series. It's not a program, it's just 30 individual workouts that are really tough. You don't want to do those back-to-back days. Maybe 1 to 3 a week, because again, they're a lot of volume. But I'll put a link in the description for those programs. They're 15 bucks a piece. It really helps out the channel, helps me buy more equipment, more fitness gear, so I can make more videos like these for you guys. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started in the first workout of the week. The first circuit of the first day is going to be a combination of moves and static positions. So you're going to do 4 pendulum lunges, 6 jumping squats, and you'll do that as many times as you can in 45 seconds. So both of those moves is 1 round. Get as many rounds in as you can. After that, you do a 30-second wall sit, and then rest for 30 seconds, 5 rounds of that total. So it's 4 pendulum lunges per side, 6 jumping squats, and then a 30-second wall sit equaling 1 minute and 15 seconds, 5 rounds total. So now onto the moves. Pendulum lunges, you're going to lunge forward and then backwards. Forward and backwards is 1 rep. So technically it's 2 reps for each 1 rep. We're going to do 4 reps per side. Now these can get pretty unbalanced, and especially with the jumping squats, your quads are going to get pumped out. So if you need to drop a toe down in between going forward and backwards for safety, do it. If you have some weight, you can throw some light weights, maybe a kettlebell or dumbbell in with this movement, but watch out, body weight, again, especially with the jumping squats, gets pretty pumpy in the quads. After this, jumping squats. So you want to jump not as high as you can, but a good little hop, depending on how tired you get. Try to land on your toes, nice and quiet to protect the knees, not slamming down on the heels. If this is too tough, switch to regular body weight squats, or what you can do is a mix of 1 jumping squat and then a normal bodyweight squat. So alternating jumping with not jumping. And finally, wall sit. We're just gonna get a 90-degree bend in the hips and the knees, toes forward, knees in line with the toes, and hang out here for 30 solid seconds. Again, you could hold a weight or even hold a weight out in front to get a little front delt action going on as well. Now on to the second circuit of the first day. It's the same format. We're gonna do 8 dips and then 5 thread the needles per side, and then a 30-second glute bridge. You could do 15 seconds per side on the glute bridge, then a 30-second rest, 5 rounds total of that. So once again, it's 1 minute and 15 seconds total of work time. Tricep dips. I'm using a chair here, and it's really important to get your shoulders back and neutral. You can see my fingertips are off the chair, makes it a little easier on the wrists. If this is too easy, throw your feet up on another chair. If it's too hard, however, pull your feet underneath. It'll take a little bit of the weight off the center of the body and make the move easier. So this is a simple regression to make sure you get all 8 of those dips. Up next, thread the needle. We're gonna have a nice neutral shoulder back underneath the torso, elbows directly underneath the shoulder, hips are stacked, knees are straight, and you're gonna rotate so your arms are parallel to each other, almost like you're trying to touch something behind you. You don't just wanna move your arm, you wanna rotate your torso to the ground. So once again, 5 per side here. And our static position is a single leg glute bridge. So you could do just 1 side each round, and then the 5th round break it up so you get both sides in so it's even, or you could do 15 seconds per side and switch halfway through each round. So your foot should be about 6 inches to 8 inches away from your hips, tight abs, neutral back, really squeeze the glute and make sure everything is even. Try to push through the heel more than the toes. Our final circuit of the day is once again 1 minute and 15 seconds of work. Our two moves are inchworm plank push-ups with rotations, 6 jackknife sit-ups, and then a 30-second 6-inch hold. 30 seconds rest, 5 rounds here. Inchworm plank push-up with rotation. Sounds like a lot. It's pretty simple. You're gonna start out on a plank, walk your hands up to your feet, bend your knees when you need to, and make sure your stance isn't too narrow or too wide. Then do a push-up, rotate and reach towards the ceiling on one side. We're doing 6 here, so do 3 rotations on each side. You can knock them out in sequence like I am here, all through one side, or alternate back and forth for 6 reps total. Jackknife sit-ups are pretty difficult, and these will probably be a failure point in this circuit. So you're gonna do 6, try to touch your toes on every single rep, get your timing down between the upper body and the lower body. Now, if these are too difficult, or maybe you can just knock out 1 round and then you have to switch to something like sit-ups like you see here, you can do that. So you could do just 6 sit-ups, or you could break it up and do 3 sit-ups and then 3 hip lifts. That way you're still getting some upper body and lower body in terms of the core. This is the harder version of hip lifts with straight knees. You could also go the easier version where you pull the feet in and then shoot straight up into the air. So again, either 3 sit-ups, 3 hip lifts, or just 6 sit-ups. And lastly, our static position 6-inch hold. Get your ribs down, air in the stomach, try to crunch your abs, ribs to hips, and hold your feet straight out 6 inches off the ground. Straight knees, you can have your head down or look up towards your feet. Some people find that a little easier, but 30 seconds here each round. On to day 2, circuit number 1, we have 7 minutes of EMOMs. So EMOM stands for every minute on the minute, meaning each round is 1 minute. When that minute ends, the new round and minute immediately begins. So we have 3 movements, 8 jumping squats, 8 jumping lunges, and 8 plank to sumo squats. So you're gonna do every single movement there each round. It should take you about 30 to 40 seconds, which would leave you roughly 20 to 30 seconds rest. If it's too easy, add reps to each movement. If it's too difficult and you don't get to rest, drop some reps off. Do 5 jumping squats, 5 jumping lunges, and 5 plank to sumo squats. Now, we just covered jumping squats in the first day of this series, so the same standards apply. If these are too difficult, do regular bodyweight squats, but try to add a couple reps and move quicker. After this, jumping lunges. So we're gonna knock out 8 total. If it's too easy, do 8 per side. Watch your wobble, these are gonna get pretty pumpy. And after this, finally, we have plank to sumo squats. So start in a plank and then kick into a really deep squat, pretty neutral spine. Try to pull your hands off just a couple inches and then back into the next rep. Keeping with the EMOM theme, we have another 7 minutes, circuit number 2. We're gonna do 8 reaching planks, 8 moving planks, and 8 side hip dips per side. Once again, if you get too little rest or you start slowing down, drop your reps. If it's too easy, add reps or go quicker. EMOM should be sprinty, so you're going really fast, which means you might need more rest than going slow. Reaching planks, you'll spread your stance out a little bit and you're going to reach out, out, and in, which is 1 rep. So try to alternate which hand you reach out with first. Try to control the rock with the torso and the hips side to side. Stay very tight. And again, if you have pre-existing shoulder issues, just don't reach out that far and maybe throw in 1 or 2 extra reps if you're only reaching out a few inches. Moving planks are like mini 1-arm push-ups. So you're gonna drop from elbow, elbow, and then back up hand, hand. That's 1 rep. Once again, control how much you wobble back and forth. You can see I'm pulling my hands back underneath my shoulders and I'm not leaving them out front by my head. So you're gonna knock out 8 reps here. Again, adjust it based on your upper body strength. Side hip dips. Again, we're shooting for 8 per side, but you can modify it to just 4 per side or pick another number. Nice active shoulder, elbows right underneath the shoulder, straight knees, and really try to push that upper back and shoulder into the ground as you dip the hips to where they touch the ground and then return them right back up. Our final circuit of the week is another 7 minutes of EMOMs. So here we only have 2 moves. We have 12 sit-ups and we have 25 mountain climbers. I would shoot for a long count, meaning 25 reps per side, or right and left is 1 rep. Sit-ups are pretty self-explanatory. You can do them strict like this, or if they get too tough or maybe you're not that experienced, you can use your arms, do a little arm swing or arm kip, maybe put something in front of you to touch to have a standard each rep. And as always, you can throw your hands behind your head to make it more difficult, or even hold on to a light weight. Mountain climbers are also pretty simple, not too difficult. You want to make sure these are very sprinty, little touch, little go on the toes, good flexion and extension of the hips, stay in a solid plank. 25 per side is the standard. What you don't want to do is this, shoot your hips way up in the air, do little tiny steps. You need to maintain a good solid plank. After this, I see people touching the front foot to the ground. That's not wrong per se, but it's going to slow you down. And again, we're trying to go fast in this format of workout. Finally, what people do is they hamstring curl and kick the heels to the glutes, a little glute kick. So try to stay in a good plank and hold 25 reps per side. All right, so that's the first week of the series, the first 2 workouts. Real quick though, before you hop off the video, 2 important announcements I didn't put in the introduction. First off, these videos will come out every Sunday night, so make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you don't get off track. Second important thing, I really believe in warming up well, prepping for the workout. If you do that, you're gonna get a better workout. You do that over weeks and months, you'll become much more fit. So I've got 3 warm-up videos. I've got a general full body warm-up, no equipment necessary. I've got a lower body, hips warm-up, and an upper body, shoulders warm-up. I'll link them either in this video right here or in the description, or just do a quick search on my channel. Make sure you're warming up well. It's gonna improve your workouts, keep you safer, all that good stuff. So see you in the next video of this series, week 2.